next year they can see themselves in this situation like the Marlins or the Phillies? Just, I know we're only 20 minutes removed from the season. How would you kind of evaluate, the year-to-year improvement?
Yeah, well, I think that's important. 14 more wins than last year is really important, and we still have steps to go to do, and I think in the Marlins case, I think somebody told me the other day the Marlins started September under 500 and, battled to the point. So it's realizing for a lot of these guys that it's a long season, and when you go through stretches, you have to be able to pull yourself out. But I'm really proud, especially of the group we had the last 2 months with a lot of young players, of the amount of improvement we've made. And I think, Ben's talked consistently about we have to get better, and this year we got better.
Shelton, what did you learn about this group in 2023?
They're resilient, and I know I've used that a ton. They're resilient. They don't give up. I think the game in Cincinnati embodies that. And I think one of the things I really learned, which was really refreshing and makes me feel good, is that when we sent guys down, they got better and they took the message. I mean, we saw it with Q, we saw it with Tree, we're seeing it with Nick. When they were optioned down, the messaging that was given to them, and then credit to the group in Indy, the coaching staff in Indy, that they got better when they came back, and that's important because the big league game is hard. The big league game is humbling. Winning a big league game is hard, and our guys took it and got better. So that makes me feel really well. And that's not just the major league group. That's organizational. How important that is.
Shelton, what kind of impression did Andre Jackson make on you and others?
Really good. I mean, I think trying to find out what the right role is for Dre is important, but the ability for short stretches to see 95 to 97, to be able to use the changeup the way he did, and I thought the breaking ball came along. So, as fluid as we are with pitching, to be able to see 3 to 4 innings of high velocity with good swing and miss breaking balls, like that's important. I mean, and again, we talk about organizational. This is a guy we acquired, being from a waiver claim. So that's important, and that's not. That's nothing the major league staff does. That's been in his group.
So you mentioned how the guys improved when they went down. How much does internal competition, do you think, play into that as well?
I think it plays a ton into it. When you see guys go down or you see guys come up, it plays into it as a large part. And not getting ahead of myself, but like in spring training, we're going to have a ton of competition. There's going to be guys that played here that there's going to be competition for them to stay here, and I think that's important. And the one thing I really think we've done a good job of this year is with our depth. Now, when we see guys come to the big leagues, we see them being a part of our future. Or you see, a guy like Nicholas or Majinski that was not even on the 40-man to start, and they're playing a meaningful role. I think we saw it today with, there was a good mix of guys we drafted, guys we traded for, Moretta, guys that we acquired on the waiver wire. So just putting together a very diversified club in terms of how we acquire people or how we develop them.